What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, ATL. Hey, man, I'm coming at you, man, about, I hate to report on this kind of story, but this is the kind of stuff I think I need to touch on, because I don't think a lot of my viewers know what go on in real life situations and with artists. This is a video about an artist by the name of HoneyKomb Brazy. You know what I mean? He's signed to Rap A Lot Records now. I don't want to give the story away. I want to react to it. And in the comment, first of all, drop a like in the comment section, man. You can catch me live on Twitch, man. We be reacting to videos, playing Madden 2K. We just be rocking out, man, doing our thing, man. But I feel like this is an important topic, man. This has happened recent. I want you guys to really take a look at what goes on with our young rappers, you know, and the things that they're going through in life. And this is just one I'm sadly to hate to have to report on. But let's do it. We're going to start it off like this.
You hating on a for that? Then what be blunt? You really think a nigga be scared of you? When nigga don't say nothing back to you, do you think a be scared of you? Nobody ain't scared of you, huh? You done let your homeboy bake you up. See?
Okay, so this HoneyKomb Brazy right here, you know, I think he from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? His grandparents stayed in Alabama. He be getting into it with a lot of artists out of Alabama, or he got beef with artists out of Alabama.
No, you done told some bitch ass nigga.
See,
what you done did, your partner them like, man.
He's saying he's putting that. One of the things I know about the streets, and anybody from the streets, they already know that if you put this label on somebody, that could damage who you are as a person, your career. When you go around and you start putting these type of labels on people, this is what happens. So check it out.
He already said you done told some, so you might well go live about that nigga at night.
Unimaginable pain as loved ones watch a fire consume a home on Dr. Thomas Avenue. The husband and wife married for more than 50 years inside.
50 years. They was married for 50 years. And look, found with a bullet in their head. House burnt down. Come on, I ain't gonna give it away. Just keep watching.
Shot. It's terrifying. I actually saw some bullets go across our heads.
I can't eat. I want my mama and I want my daddy. And I know I can't have them. I know I can't have them.
That's sad.
Alabama gangster. The cursed life of HoneyKomb Brazy. Man, it seems like the backstory for these vids is getting darker and darker every time we break the situation down. From losing loved ones, to being backdoored by homies, to now the grim situation surrounding what Ops did to HoneyKomb Brazy. It's a different.
See, everybody already speculating that it's his ops, the people he got beef with in the streets about who would kill. What person would just go and kill a family like this? Older people. I ain't gonna lie. If I got beef with you in the street, my beef is with you. I'm not going and touch it. But these streets now that they don't care, they'll touch your family. They can't get to you. They'll come touch you. So let's just
level of savagery when you murk a man's grandparents and set them on fire. This one isn't for the light of heart, but you know how I do. I bring the real to y'all straight, no sugarcoat. So let's get right into it and dissect HoneyKomb Brazy's life and narrow down who carried out the hit on his grandparents in such a heartless way. HoneyKomb Brazy has been all over the internet, not only for his music. The 27-year-old rapper can't seem to catch a break from disaster. You know he likes to go back and tie everything together, and HoneyKomb Brazy's wild life dates back to childhood. Both parents, mother and father.
This boy whole family been in and out of prison. Mama prison, daddy got life. You know what I mean?
Like in prison. His mom in and out, and his dad sentenced to life.
Both of is out there, motherfucker. So you can't say that.
And then your dad is in jail too, so your whole family's kind of dysfunctional.
Crazy thing is that he was locked up in the same cell as his pop.
With his dad.
We'll get to that. At a young age, his run-ins with the law escalated to the use of guns. As it turns out, he shot his cousin under the suspicion that he stole money from his dad. His cousin was.
See, that's one thing I'm already seeing about HoneyKomb Brazy. Like he really come from a traumatic childhood anyway. You know what I mean? A lot of us young black men, we come from a life where, you know what I mean, maybe both our parents weren't able to raise us. So sometimes people fall victim to the streets and the circumstances that they was raised around. And I'm one to fully understand that. You know what I'm saying? Not being raised with your mama and your daddy in the same house. Things tend to, you know what I mean, go left. So, you know what I mean? I understand. I understand his story. I kind of feel his
Left
story.
paralyzed before regaining the ability to walk.
Somebody came up missing with my daddy. You know, he was locked up.
Right.
You know, they gave him life and shit, so I was tripping already. When he rent that to me, you know, I had with the whoop. Ended up paralyzing and shit. But now he back now though. He back walking and shit. He straight. We straight now though. You know, we cool.
HoneyKomb would go on the run before being caught and locked up, serving a 2-year sentence.
And I went on the run. They caught.
That didn't faze HoneyKomb as he was back in the system for a burglary.
So he already, you know what I'm talking about? He done shot the cousin by some money he thought he took from his daddy, cause his daddy put him on. Just, you feel me? All type of
hit
stuff.
charge soon after. This is where the curse over his life started seeming apparent. He went to prison for something he didn't even do. His partner, Dedrick Thomas, was the one responsible for the incident.
So, peep gang. He said he went to jail for some shit he didn't even do. So what that tell you right now? That let you know right there, this is thorough cat. He taking charges for his homeboys. They give you the mind frame. I'm just setting the stage to give you the mind frame of what type of cat this is. Imagine would you be willing to do 3 years for your homeboy? You feel me? For something you ain't do? Talk to me.
Attempted murder. But I ain't even do that shit though. My partner did. His name dead. He did that shit. But I just took the case for him though.
While HoneyKomb was around, he was not involved, but an eyewitness only knew HoneyKomb, so that's who they called as the suspect. HoneyKomb was always real in the streets. He took the charge and never ratted on his homie. On the day of his trial, Dedrick was shot and got the...
I'm gonna let that just sink in. The day of the trial, homeboy shot. He took the route. He did the time for his homeboy. Homeboy got killed.
Leaded by Anthony Jenkins over a $5 dice game. HoneyKomb's life was taking hit after hit, and with every unlawful act, his offense escalated. From breaking and entering to burglary and attempted hit, next in line was taking the life of another, and that happened to be a childhood friend. By now, we're realizing this man does not give a F if his friend, family, or foe, anybody can get it. The person in question is Ladarius Stank Moore, who he murked at Stank's girlfriend's house on February 21st, 2016. Witnesses say Stank's girl wasn't opening the door and he kicked it in, but another male was there with her, and after an argument, Stank was shot and got his lights put out. Investigations led to the male suspect being HoneyKomb Brazy, and after searching and finding him where he stayed, he was no longer on the run, but behind bars.
Whoa.
I'm still spinning while I'm on.
Whoa. Whoa. But this man done lived a crazy life. Like, I couldn't even imagine. Like, this is some real life. Like, these is the kind of artists and rappers I relate to, who come from poverty and come from nothing and broken homes. And like, this is why I listen to these kind of artists and not the other artists, because I can relate to their life. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just...
On the run for murder. End up getting locked up. These find out where I'm at. They put the law on me instead of coming to span. They put the law on my house. Caught me in theater. Locked me up then. Boom.
He would find himself in a cell with his father after being sent to West Jefferson.
Boy was locked up with his daddy. That boy was locked up with his daddy. Talk to me now. That boy did time. He in the same cell. That's his pops, boy. Tell me how God worked, man. Daddy got life. He end up in the cell with his daddy kicking it. You feel me?
Jefferson for getting in trouble while in prison.
When I got out of lockup, they put me right in the cell with my daddy. But they didn't know that my dad,
Tough.
you know, we got the same first name.
That
we
was
got
God.
the same last name.
HoneyKomb would be lucky enough to catch a break, beating the case after
Like
spending
that hat,
close to 2
homeboy.
years fighting it. But HoneyKomb
like the hat, boy.
refused to act on his blessings.
Love the hat.
Instead, embraced the curses, going right back to the street life that nearly cost him his own and took his grandparents from him. HoneyKomb was known in the streets, and his beefs were beyond just rap. Having done everything there was to do, HoneyKomb was without fear and tested anyone who disrespected him. Two street dudes that had a highly publicized beef with HoneyKomb were BSC Ziggy and MGM Let, both of which are speculated to be the ones responsible for the hit on Combs' grandparents. But before that, his beef led to an attempt on his life. Just about a week upon his release from prison and beating his charge for the hit, Combs' vehicle was sprayed with bullets and the entire thing was captured on live.
Gunshots, and it was live. That's crazy. Look, look.
The aftermath left HoneyKomb with
Look
8
at
gunshot
that.
wounds, one that was to the head. He spent
Boy,
9 days in a coma before
see
coming
this?
out after doctors 8 gunshot wounds.
That boy he done been through it, boy. Look, he done been through it. Look how life done come back round for you full surface like this, bro. That's crazy. This man done lived a crazy life. I definitely, and I like his music now. I definitely listen to his music. I'm glad I got it. Most of the rappers, sometimes I catch wind of their music after they done passed away. This a guy I'm catching wind of his music and what he got going on before he passed away. Hoping not saying that happened to him, because I don't wish that upon no artist or black men. But this dude's story and everything touched me and make me like his music even more. So yeah, let's keep it going.
One that was to the head. He spent 9 days in a coma before coming out after doctors said he wouldn't make it.
Okay, and I understand the doctors told you you shouldn't have made it.
Yeah, they were telling me I wasn't gonna be able to like walk right. I wasn't gonna feel.
According to HoneyKomb, the attempt on his life was
10.
as a result of a hit on his head and referenced lyrics from his song D.A. Truth, Gucci Flow, in his Instagram post to it being a rap. This was the reason him and MGM Let.
See, him and MGM, now it's coming together. Him and MGM Let, all this started coming about when he started saying MGM Let was a rat. They seeing stuff in the paperwork that ain't looking right. You know what I'm saying? One thing I can't say, boy, every time I went to jail, I took the charge, and if I didn't, whoever around me, they took their charge. We ain't never played them type games with each other. So, you know,
was heavy in the beat, but it'll all tie down a little later in the vid.
Man, so when you speak on having money on your head, can you speak on, like, do you know the amount?
You know, say whatever, you'll never know how much money on your head.
With the aftermath of the car, it's a miracle that Comb made it out alive.
None of y'all get hit. Oh, they not the back one that? That what you wore?
he ain't none of them get hit that time. I think them boy came out the car
HoneyKomb Brazy,
fine.
who was small stint in prison.
His little
yet
brother
again,
did. Little
on his
brother
path
got
to fully
cancer.
recovering for violating his parole. But this was nothing compared to what he was dealing with. His
Right.
IG post about a rat putting bread on his head, as we spoke on, will come to
You feel me? He done called this man a rat, putting bread on his head, saying this man a rat, put bread on his head. Like, this could be a lot of the reason and how I feel about why his grandparents came up dead like that. You feel me? Like, I feel like that's a lot to do with it, bro. Let's keep rolling.
light when he dropped a vid exposing MGM Let as a snitch
With the
and seemed to
paperwork.
provide the paperwork as receipts. MGM Let's real name is Malcolm Let Collins Woods. Now let's backtrack a bit and show how BSC Ziggy got pulled into this. Ziggy got wind of a subliminal about his partner Rilo working with rats that HoneyKomb did in the interview.
But Rilo, he rap, he got good music and shit like that, but he be with too many rats.
And Ziggy didn't take kindly to that slight.
On God, bro. On God, bro. On God.
Nigga got
All
mad
that
about
slick
that.
dissing we ain't finna do. Stop bringing up my fucking partner in your interview.
This is important as to Ziggy's involvement in HoneyKomb's grandparents' hit. Getting back
I feel like that has a lot to do with it. Me, I'm just somebody who react to videos and actually say what I feel, but also I done had my share and my take in the streets. You feel me? So I know, you know what I'm saying, that what you do in the streets, it can come back to you, and everything that go on in your life it happens for a reason, and it's a reasoning behind a bullet getting put in his grandparents and the house burning down. It ain't because they ain't been good people. They been married 50 years. You know what I'm saying? So we do
back
know.
to MGM
Come
Let, he was ready to go to battle after Comb posted up alleged paperwork on him.
I'm a laid back ass chill, bro.
He
On
mad
God,
about
never
that.
talk
Let
about
got
what I
mad
did in
about
the
that.
street or do in the street. On God. Ask about me, every situation. Handle that shit. Stop playing on me, dog.
HoneyKomb Brazy, however, is one of those dudes that just doesn't care and would do what he needs to no matter who his ops are. Comb continued applying pressure and was ready for whatever with his goons. HoneyKomb took things one step further, dissing his ops fallen homies.
Y'all partner dead, man. On blood, y'all partner dead. And I beat that murder case. Chill out, dude.
And that was the last straw that pushed him over the edge. What HoneyKomb was referencing was in retaliation to his
See what I'm
get-back
saying?
schemes on his...
Then he done spent and killed one of the ops, and he done did, you feel me? And then he went to jail, he beat the murder charge. So that already got them boy tight, and they probably feeling like, man, we can't get to this cat. We can't see him. We don't know where he be at. So get what? You know, we gonna get it, people.
ops after he was wet up.
Don't get it
I
people.
can't even walk enough for real. I'm spending like real talk on my soul. I'm spending every night I came down there. And them know that I spent like 4 times one night. And I knew they know me.
I feel like we say this every time, but we keep seeing the cycle repeat. The one thing that always takes things out of control is when rappers diss their ops deceased homies. And this was no different. On February 17, 2021, HoneyKomb Brazy's grandparents were shot and their house set on fire with them inside.
Shot.
Sadly, they didn't make it. A gruesome and
Shot. And the house sat on fire. Tell me what that is. In the comment section, y'all tell me what y'all thinking. Because my mind thinking we already what is obvious to everybody. You know, we don't have proof. We ain't gonna have no hardcore evidence, but it proof the folk been married 50 years. You know what I'm saying? This story touched me. I felt some type of way about it. It touched me. You know what I'm saying? It's just a sad
house
situation.
set on fire with them inside. Sadly, they didn't make it. A gruesome and horrific way to end the elderly's life that
It's
were
tough.
innocent. But the streets have no rules.
No
When they
rules
can't
out
get
here
to
in
you,
these streets.
They get
They
those
get
you
to your
love.
people.
Kim McGregor police are
Fact.
investigating arson and suspected homicide. I'm told shots were fired and then the house was set on fire. The family trying to wrap their minds around this tragedy.
HoneyKomb was going through it when he made this post on IG.
He even
saying
tweeted
that,
about it. He
"Y'all
was
saved me a
posting on
spot, 'cause I'm
IG.
most definitely coming to see y'all." But he fought against rumors that his ops set their house on fire. Many believe that he's
What it
covering up.
said, stop. What that was there? Stop saying my granny and grandpa got set on fire. They had COVID-19. Both of them was on oxygen tanks. They blew up when they were shooting in the house.
That his ops set their house on fire. Many believe that he's covering up what actually happened and plotting retaliation in the streets. The question was up in the air as to who did it, but with what I'm about to present next, the truth may be right there in BSC Ziggy and MGM Let.
I'm
First,
saying.
HoneyKomb was acquainted with how the hitters move. He stated to himself when talking about the ones he's been heavy in beefs with.
He been
Ziggy
heavy
Les
in the
Kent.
streets and beefing with
Secondly,
these people
Ziggy shooters
anyway.
were online saying they've been trying to murk Comb. But pay attention to what they said.
I wanted to kill a bitch anyway. But goddamn, you know what I'm saying? They want to come outside.
They can't find him.
It's the same way that they
So they want to. They trying to get this. They trying to get the HoneyKomb, but they can't find him nowhere. He ain't. He he signed to rap a lot, so he probably out of town. He doing shows. He doing he doing what he do. So they can't get to him. You know what I mean? They trying to start a war with him.
Combs' grandparents. Thirdly, listen closely to an audio released online by the alleged hitter compared to MGM Let's voice. You'd hear they sound similar, if not the same.
Boy, I ain't never talked to y'all folk. Boy, I ain't witness of what? I'm mad.
Fire on that boy, people, boy. You heard me? Yeah, put that fire on that boy, people, yeah.
All three connects
I
HoneyKomb
don't-
Brazy, BSC Ziggy.
I ain't gonna say that voice necessarily sound like that. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't finna stamp that. I don't know about all that. But I do say everything is suspicious that his ops, I do know that. This is what I do know. His grandparents being found dead in their home is definitely shot and house burnt down. It's definitely a result of what he got going on in the streets. I'm not putting a stamp on who I think did it. And
Ziggy
That the
and
police
MGM
job.
Let. Nothing is
And
in
not my
concrete.
job. That's
I'm
the
simply
police
providing
job.
the evidence and connecting the dots. For those of you that may say this is snitching, how could it be? When all
I
this info
mean,
is public?
it's already on
Word
the
around
internet.
is that Ziggy and
You
Let-
ain't snitching, homeboy. It's already on the internet. It's already on the net. So you snitch what? We don't think that.
plotted on Brazy and hit up his grandparents to hurt him. If you're
Right.
still thinking this is a stretch, they legit did him the same way he said he'd do them. Rats in his song Yellow with Tech. Out the gate, what you talking about? Heard you talking to 12, what you talking about? Take his tongue out his mouth, what you talking about? Now he GTA, write down what he talking about. We shooting at his grandma. Knock off her wig, after that we gonna step on their grandpa. That's what happened when you run your big mouth. That's really wild
tough.
when you think about it. These dudes rap about it and be about it. Now, HoneyKomb
Man, I'm gonna say this, man. This is a deep story, man. I hope that y'all. Well, let's.
Brazy
keep
left to pick up the pieces and face the guilt of dragging those he loved into his beef. He vowed
Right.
that he can't let him take his life while his pops is incarcerated.
Tell my dad in the jail cell right now. Hold on, cut that off till we call back. Man, free my motherfucking daddy, man. My dad in the motherfucking cell. Y'all think I'm finna let take me?
And being allied and signed to Rap A Lot Records and known boss in the streets, Jay Prince, BSZ Ziggy, and MGM Let.
I'm gonna leave that here, right here. I'm gonna say that, man. I hope this is a lesson learned to a lot of my young brothers out there who in the game rapping, you know, going through street stuff. That is real out here. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, he signed to rap a lot. At the same time that something good is going on in his life, something bad turnaround happened. He lost his grandparent due to some street stuff. Allegedly street stuff. But I'm gonna say that I hope that this video actually, how can I say it? Sad to me to even react to it, but I felt like somebody needed to see this because it touched me, and I feel like it would touch somebody else. I'm hoping that a lot of my young brothers, man, we start actually taking heed to what's going on in these streets and know that it's real, and the streets is unforgiving. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. So, HoneyKomb, man, I'm praying for you and your family, man. I'm praying that God comfort y'all at this time of need. I'm hoping that you tighten up, man, and just start getting money, man. You got in this to get money, man. You got in this to take care of your family. You ain't getting this to come up the way you coming up and throw it all away. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, it's another reaction video from your boy. AT. Hey, man. And I'm out.